particular topic, all about healing. Let's go ahead and take this off. I want to say hello to you. I just wanted to make sure, having a little issue here on the notifications, but let's go ahead and see. Okay, I think the notifications have opened up. Anyways, I want to say welcome to you. I'm Dr. Mandel. Today we're going to be talking about infrared. Infrared is an amazing light. It's something that's going to do wonders for you. Those people suffering with chronic problems. Let me just go ahead and give you a picture of what infrared looks like. And we'll come back to all these different pictures in just a second. But light therapy has been around for ancient years, and light therapy heals. People will go out into the sun and they'll absorb the rays and they'll lay back, and the heat and the light that gets inside their cells starts to heal. People say, I want to lay out at the sun. And you're right, but the only problem with the sun are the bad rays. Those bad rays can cause cancer, and obviously it can cause a lot of problems to your skin. So I want to let you know a little bit about infrared therapy, something that's cheap, something you can get. You can get it through Amazon. You can make it, and I'll explain a little bit about this, and I'll talk more about the light spectrum, but light therapy is where it's at. Now, people who have chronic conditions like inflammation, chronic arthritis, tendinitis, wounds, fibromyalgia, flexibility where you don't have flexibility, inflammation, problems even with the skin, maybe after working out, recovering, that cell degeneration, cell regeneration, just increasing metabolism. This is an amazing thing I want to bring out to you, and a lot of people don't know about infrared light. So I'm going to teach you a little bit about this infrared light, and hopefully this can help you tremendously as we go into something right here, just to give you a little idea about wavelengths. Now, if you look at the wavelengths of light, you can see it starts on the shorter wavelength on one side and works through different colors all the way through the longer wavelength. This shows you in nanometers the amount of wavelengths from one side of the ultraviolet scale to the infrared scale. And here it will show you a little bit more about X-rays, gamma rays, ultraviolet, and infrared, microwaves, radio waves. And you can see the different frequency of light, and when it comes down to the wave patterns. Wavelengths are basically depending upon that's what it's going to do when it comes to an X-ray, when it comes to light, when it comes to heat. And it gets a little complex, but for our sake, we are concentrating on infrared light, on the light spectrum between 700 to 1200 nanometers. That is the longer wavelengths. Let's see if I have another picture here. This will just show you how powerful infrared is. Infrared goes deep into the skin through the subcutaneous layers. It goes beyond the dermis, beyond the epidermis, obviously. You can see the depth of what infrared does. What's amazing about this is that we can be doing this at home. People who have chronic tendinitis, chronic radiculopathy, chronic bursitis. This is something that has done wonders for my bursitis. I can tell you through my own experience, the healing ability of what this does. This actually penetrates deeply into cells, and it does something very miraculous. It boosts and recharges the mitochondria. The mitochondria are the deep cell, that's the life, that's the energy within your cells. That's where you get your energy. It stimulates white blood cell production, it promotes cell regeneration, it increases healing, it reduces inflammation, it helps excel so many interesting metabolic processes. But what's really interesting about it, and quite exciting, is that this right here, okay, is called nitric oxide. Now, as we get older, our nitric oxide in our bodies diminish. What's interesting about this is that this infrared, what I'm about to teach you, increases nitric oxide. Now, what does nitric oxide do? Now, nitric oxide is the key to the dramatic improvement that infrared light therapy provides. It's the short-lived gas that's crucial to the health of your arteries. This actually releases this nitric oxide deep within the arteries, which I'm about to show you, and it allows the area to heal quicker. Why? Because it reduces the inflammation, takes away pain, and look at this. It opens up, it vasodilates the cellular, the arteries. It vasodilates to help control more increased blood flow to the area. And guess what? Nitric oxide influences about every organ in our body. Our kidneys, our heart, our liver, our stomach, our genitals, and most important, obviously, our heart. So nitric oxide opens up the vessels to allow blood to get in. Now, imagine having a chronic problem in your shoulder, or in your elbow, or in your neck, or your back, or your knee, or your hip, or your ankle. And you notice, if you look here, we decline in nitric oxide. That means we notice as we get older, we don't heal as quick. Now think about this. If we can take something and utilize a tool that this infrared light will do, and we can allow the body to increase nitric oxide, to open up and vasodilate, to get more nutrients, more blood, more nutrition, more cellular change, reduce inflammation, it's a win-win situation. I'll tell you this. I had bursitis for 3 straight weeks, and I've done about every therapy you can do. But when I put this infrared light on there, and I was working with increased range of motion in the shoulder with a therapist and practicing range of motion, it is amazing. Within 2 or 3 sessions, it's about 85 to 90% better. And there are people out there right now, and I'm sure you and there'll be hundreds of thousands of people who will see this video who have chronic problems. And I'm telling you, this is something you can do at home to excel healing. It's safe and it's very, very effective, and I'm about to show you that in just a second. But I want you to understand that this type of therapy, okay, let's go through some of the pictures here to give you a little feeling what we're talking about. This little modality here can cost you $15 or $20. It's a light. It's a light. It's just a light, and it gets warm, and you can put it against the skin. If it's a bigger light, it will be a little further away from the skin. This infrared light will penetrate deep through the cellular components of the skin, as we talked about, okay? As we're talking about the wavelength here, okay? We show you here how it goes deep into the skin as it increases the nitric oxide, open up the vessels to allow things to happen. Have you ever thought that the reason why you're not healing is because your body can't? It's trying to, but it can't. But if we can excel this and use this as a tool, wow, imagine how many things, chronic problems you could be healing. That's what it looks like. It's a little light bulb that fits inside of there. Google infrared light. You can get it in all different kinds of sites. I'm not here selling it to you. Very inexpensive. Here's another one you can make it yourself. You can go to your department store. You can take this bulb, put it in something, put it away from you. Obviously, the stronger the wattage of the light, the more further it's going to be away from you, because it will build heat. But that heat will form infrared on your skin and will penetrate. And you can leave it on there 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It will make you sleepy, and you will feel a miraculous difference. Here's another one. You can see a problem with the ankles. Okay. To show you, here's another type of infrared. There are different kinds of modalities. There's another type of infrared, maybe chronic arthritis, tendinitis, carpal tunnel syndrome. I mean, this is really great stuff. And so I don't want you to ignore something that potentially, I'm giving you a weapon. I'm giving you a beautiful weapon that can help correct things and heal you, because doctors, let me tell you, very few will get this. This is something that's miraculous. Now, do your homework, Google infrared. You can go to Amazon. You can go to different sites. You can just Google it. You'll see things will come up. You can make it yourself. You may know a little bit about electricity. It's very simple. But when you deal with the infrared here, just to show you. It heats up. So you want to go ahead, plug it in, heat it up for 5 minutes. The bulb will get warm, and you want to touch it first, put it up against the side of your skin. You can leave it on depending upon the wattage. Some are 10 watts, 7 watts, and obviously the bigger ones are more wattage. So you don't want to burn yourself, but generally you keep it on 15 minutes to a half hour. Do it daily, twice a day, and it really can help make miracles. I bet that I'm going to get dozens, maybe hundreds of people out there that's going to respond back to me and say, you know what, I'm so glad I learned about that, because this is like a miraculous tool that you can start doing at home. And I promise you will get positive changes, particularly in chronic conditions of arthritis, tendonitis, surgical incisions, wounds, rheumatoid arthritis, neck pathologies, radiculopathy, lower back problems, muscular sprains, strains, chronic conditions, fibromyalgia, carpal tunnel syndrome, bursitis, trauma, backaches, arthritis. God, I mean, I could just go on and on and on, but any type of itis is chronic inflammation, and now you have an excellent tool. And I really hope that you take advantage of this, because I'm not here to sell you anything. I just want to now acknowledge the benefits of something you can do at home.